Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the eISL powered by Coca-Cola. Before, of course, we have this day started, a huge shout out to our sponsors, starting off with our associate sponsors Hero, our esports partners Nordwind Gaming, our platform partners PlayStation, and our digital collectibles partners Terra Virtua for making this event happen. Joining along with me, as always, is going to be Azim, and the battle for top four has never gotten this intense.
Yes, and also the battle for Eastern supremacy. We can say it is, of
Yes.
Course, NorthEast United FC up against SC East Bengal. But quickly, for all of you new people just joining the eISL, let's quickly take you through the tournament format. This is, of course, the league stage, a big match to decide the fate of the top four, 3 games per match. And of course, it is two 1v1s and one co-op. It culminates on the 13th of March. The top four teams will make it to the finals played between the 19th and the 21st of March. And of course, the top two winning team members then battle it out to represent India in FGS 2022.
Oh yeah, and that just does not end there, right? You're gonna get a chance to represent the country, but along with that, you are gonna be way lot richer. Of course, let's take a look at that massive prize pool of 78 lakh rupees, out of which the first position gets 15 lakhs. Second gets 7.5, so on, reduces down to the MVP, also having a separate prize pool of 4 lakh rupees and a personalized NFT of the player by Terra Virtua.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to be happy with that to be immortalized as an NFT. But we do have two MVP candidates today. Of course, Angit Gupta, the runaway leader in the MVP race. And of course, there is Imad, who is from NorthEast United FC, a player who's showed a lot of form of late. And let's quickly take a look at the leaderboard just so you know what's at stake. FC Goa huffed and puffed, but they could not break SC's Bengal down yesterday. And now it's up to NorthEast United FC to see if they can put a dent in the armor of SC East Bengal. Of course, if they get the win, they can climb back into the top four and maybe get themselves ahead of Chennai and FC. Of course, easier said than done. SC East Bengal 4 points clear at the top, leading every possible metric that you can find. Games won, goal difference, goals for. Well, actually, Chennai and FC have scored a few more goals with Saranch and Naveen over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, for SC East Bengal, can they keep that run continuing? I mean, we have spoken about the curse of the top of the first place, but it doesn't seem to apply to SC East Bengal because their form has been absolutely superb.
Yeah, even if they lose this matchup, that still does not affect their footing inside the ISL. But I'm really interested to see what the matchups this time are going to be. And it's going to be fireworks right in game one. The two big guns, Ankit Gupta and Imad, locking heads against each other. And that could be one of the potential deciders already. The second one, Benno and Mufu going up against each other. So we did have a chat with Mufu. He's pretty much not pleased with the way he's been performing. He's realized that, he's been taking a lot of risks. He's been trying to get in a lot of unorthodox players to play, and that has been affecting his team in there. So right now he's gone back to, the meta picks, and he is playing some amazing FIFA out there. So the last time Azim, these two teams went up against each other, it was that matchup in which Ankit Gupta beat Mufu. That sort of became the decider, because the remainder two fixture was ending up with a draw. And we do see the boys, our chocolate boys from NorthEast United FC, with a little bit of haircut, and now they're making few glances, making sure that they would want to halt SC East Bengal's winning run.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look at the comparison of head-to-head, obviously SC East Bengal, the runaway leaders over there, but matches won fairly close. You would have to say that NorthEast United FC have been a little bit inconsistent, as we can look at the previous matchup to show you guys what went down the last time these two teams met. But NorthEast United FC, they've blown hot and cold. Mufu, of course, was taken apart by Ankit Gupta with a 3-1 win over there. And then two very, very close draws, very, very stressful matches for all the players involved over there. And a very narrow win, you could say, for SC East Bengal. So hoping and expecting another tight battle here today, and hoping for another game that goes all the way down to the wire in game 3.
Yeah, I think knowing a player of Emad's caliber, right? He's gonna settle. He's gonna have a few tricks up his sleeves, and it's going to be so difficult against the man on our left hand side, Ankit Gupta. The star of not just only SC Bengal but for this entire eISL. The way he's been playing, and is the one who claims that he plays FIFA for fun. And I do not know what his definition of fun means, because he's been absolutely clobbering down every single player he's met, I think, apart from Ashwin.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at that goal scored, of course, Ankit Gupta leading the MVP stakes over the 36 goals. But Imad not far behind, and he could, if he has a good game today, could look at overtaking him. But it's a battle of the titans. Imad has brought his A game when he's been up against the best of the best in this tournament. We saw him absolutely demolish Saranch in once they faced up against Chennai NFC, and he'll be looking for more of the same as well. Of course, getting into the zone with his headphones over there with the music. Maybe it's music. Maybe he's listening to our commentary on the stream. If you are, Imad, give us a thumbs up on the camera and give us a laugh so we know that you're listening to us doing commentary. No, he's not. He's listening to the in-game commentary because the game has started off already. And well, here we go. It is NorthEast United FC, this time in all white, going up against SC's Bengal, of course, in their traditional red and orange kit. And yeah, this is going to be an absolute firework encounter. I just hope for Imad's sake that, of course, he plays it calm right at the beginning. If you give Ankit Gupta the initiative early on, it can be a cricket score by the end of it. So he has to play it calm, play it composed, try to get that early goal, and then try to see it out if NorthEast United FC are to stand a chance.
Oh yeah, he's always got those pocket strats, right? The last time, I think one of the most memorable matches was him going up against Saranch, right? And seeing things through, had a perfect game plan, the way he wanted to execute things, and it really worked out. But that's where it gets sort of a little difficult against Ankit, because he's one of those players who relies purely on his instincts and is so quick to adapting to changes, right? So that is where I feel that Ankit Gupta's supremacy really comes into effect. But yeah, I mean, Imad, one of those players contending for the MVPs this time. And the way this game has started off, I think he's wanting to build up that early pressure, try and score one. But against SC's Bengal, it's going to be a difficult affair. With Messi, goes for that meta shot with that finesse. But Ankit Gupta has read him miles apart.
Ankit Gupta is like, you're going to use my tricks against me? I think not. But getting into the box, almost finding De Bruyne over there. But of course, when you commit your midfielders into attack, that's leaving gaps for Ankit Gupta to exploit. And he has found that gap from this position. You rarely expect him to miss. He goes for the chip.
Oh, no way!
And it's off the crossbar! It's off the crossbar and it's blocked off. And Imad lives to fight another day.
Imad knows it's just the beginning. It's just the start. And that is a player of Ankit Gupta's caliber. He does things like this. And sometimes it all comes down to just prayers, right? Just hoping that the ball does not go through, but finds a break with Ronaldo once again. Passes it behind towards Hullet. And with Ronaldo was looking for another pass, but the interception coming in through. And NorthEast United FC a little bit rattled, but they've got to get back to the senses. A beautiful ball coming in with Mbappe. He's got to take a shot and goes for it, but Van de Sar with the save, Azim.
Yeah, both players looking very, very deadly on the counter-attack. I was wondering if Imad might have gone for the chip himself over there, but I think the angle, once it narrowed down, it was always going to get more difficult. Now, both players looking very, very good in attack. Is Messi going to steal in behind over there? Not quite. Looking very, very dangerous. Both players on that counter attack. Now we'll see Ankit coming forward again. You can see he's being hassled over there. He does not want to allow him that free pass, and manages to slow him down, wins that ball back. But of course, Ankit, we watched him yesterday, and he went up against Afnan from FC Goa, and in fact was stopped from scoring. It was a 0-0 in that game. So I think there is hope for Imad to try and look at that and say, okay, this is how Afnan managed to keep him quiet, and maybe I can do some of the same. He's already looking in very, very good form today, Ankit Gupta. Let's see what he has up his sleeve. He goes for the cross in, looking for Ronaldo, wins that header, and it's into the corner. It is inevitable. When he puts that cross in, it's going to be Sue, and an early contender for the Terra Virtua super moment of the match as SC's Bengal take the lead.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is typical Ankit Gupta, no thoughts over there, and does have the right players at the right places, right? Whenever he goes for a shot, there's some meaning to it. He knows when to go for the chip, when to go for the header, who's got that best stats. It might he might show that he's clearly, just saying that, "Ha, mujhe feel aa raha tha, vibe and everything." But he's got a reasoning behind everything he does, and that was clearly portrayed in this particular goal that he scored, and putting Ahmad under humongous pressure right from the very start. It's 28 minutes in, and SC Bengal are 1-0 up.
Yeah, and that's really what Imad would have been looking to avoid early on. Going 1-0 down, that plays completely into Ankit's hands because, of course, he's going to try to bait you to press him and win that ball back in midfield. And then, once you've committed that midfielder, you can look at the possession stats, though 72% of it to Northeast United FC. So they haven't really given Ankit the ball too much, but all he needs is those 1 or 2 opportunities. He's had 2 clear-cut opportunities. He's managed to take one, the other one hit the crossbar. So, looking all good and rosy for him. Let's see if he has something up. No way that's going in. Okay, yeah.
I would have just.
I mean, I would have rage quit from commentary if that had gone in, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I mean, there's no point watching games if Ankit managed to score like this. But, again, for Imad, he's got to find something, right? He's going to find that equalizer. He cannot be intimidated by Ankit Gupta's sheer presence today. And we know he's not a player to back down so early on. This could be a good potential chance. Ronaldo receiving that
penalty!
pass. It's a penalty. And is it a card though? That's the question.
No, it's no card, but we've seen the last 5 penalties missed in the eISL. Goes for the corner. This time, Imad trusts in his instinct. No last minute changes. And he worked that brilliantly. The little bridge over there, completely dumbfounding the defender. He could have taken the shot beforehand anyway. And gets the goal, and that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see close encounters amongst these top players, and that's what we're getting today.
Oh yeah, I mean, hell has broken loose today. But one of those only penalties I've seen so far that he went in for that top right, and that just plays past. We've seen a lot of Paninkas, and we've seen that work out. But this time, Ahmad having a lot of things planned out. Even if it's for penalty, he knows where to go. We haven't really seen a lot of keepers dive onto that top right over there. So yeah, clearly understanding that that was a sure goal. And the moment the ball left the player's feet. But right now, SC Bengal and Northeast United FC both leveled up. And before that halftime, can we see some difference margin? Because Ankit Gupta, he has his eyes on scoring one more, but Imad, you can really never disregard him because a player of his caliber, he knows what he's doing, and I'm pretty sure this is going to get even more intensified as we enter into the second half as well.
Yeah, and I really do feel that that top 4 battle is really going to be decided by who can pick up the most points against SC's Bengal, because everywhere else it's so closely matched. But if you can get points off these leaders, of the guys who are really the form players, I think that can really, really make a difference in that top 4 race. And there you go. It is halftime. And an even match, you would have to say so far. Ankit having 2 very good clear-cut chances, but Imad also creating quite a few opportunities. So just what you were expecting, an even game, a close game. But Ankit, we've seen this crossing from him so many times. He's just got that bang on. And even Imad is looking across the table saying, okay. How do you do that?
But, just before this, we saw that little grin on Ankit Gupta's face. I think he's found a formidable opponent, right, in Imad's form. And they've not gone up against each other in the past. So this is the first time they're going head-to-head. And Imad is definitely an opponent that, Ankit would want. Because the way he's been putting up the fight, it's going to come down to the last 10 minutes. I'm telling you, the way this match is heading. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally on with the second half kicking off. It's 1 each, SC Bengal and Northeast United FC. And we've got to find if there is any clear or decisive winner. And that is something that we are seeking in this second half.
Yeah, let's see if we can get that winner. I'm sure that both players want to get that win and take the pressure off their teammates, although we did see Shayantan under massive pressure. In fact, 2 goals down against V Sharma yesterday, managed to come back and win that game 3-2. So he's a guy who knows how to deal with the pressure now. He's really grown in the tournament. For on the other hand, for Mufu, I think he's obviously a very technically gifted player, a very smart player, a tactical genius, you could say in many ways. But it's the
No
composure that's been the
way!
problem. It's not a bicycle kick over there. I mean, we had added that to the list of requests from Ankit Gupta, but we weren't quite expecting to see it just yet. And now on the counter attack comes Imad, come Northeast United FC, a nice little back heat over there. And moving quickly, not allowing Ankit to get settled on defense. Now he's got Messi in there. Will he go for the cross? He does go for the cross, but unfortunately it's Pele there and not CR7, not the person you want winning headers. The ball still remains in possession of Imad and Northeast United FC, and they're getting in with Pele, trying to turn away. The ball will fall to Messi. That's a good position for the shot, and he recognized that, pulled the trigger immediately, but blocked off. These are crucial moments in the match. I think that might be offside, and there you go, it is.
Yes, a little bit of an overstepping over there, and gives the ball away. And now SC's Bengal, they're going to try and score one. And it's been such a back and forth affair, and that needs to be done. But this breakthrough, but De Bruyne are coming in rescue, fights it up against Pele. That could have been really close had that ball been stolen over there. But regardless, has been stolen now.
Yeah, and this is really what Imad needs to avoid. You cannot hand the initiative to a player of Ankit Gupta's quality. I mean, you can lose the ball in your own attack, but just like this over here, in possession, in your own box,
No.
it's criminal because you will be punished. You will be punished. Ankit Gupta will not let it slip. And it is 2-1 back again to SC's Bengal.
Yeah, just those calming nerves over there of Ankit Gupta. We know he maintained that composure, right? At this particular point, a lot of players tend to panic, but he was still searching for that room and for the perfect time to pass. I think that was what really helped in scoring the goal. And, you know, Imad Rocks, he held on for so long, but that was something that Ankit Gupta forced that you've got to reckon yourselves with has hit, and it's 2-1 up. Now Northeast United FC, they would be looking for a counter, a score again, just to level things back. And they've been making those efforts. They've been looking good. It's not like they're completely slacking off or something, but they've got to pull off some magic tricks today, right? They've got to pull off something really special, just like the way he kind of forced out that penalty. If he can manage to do something like that, or something of a different stature altogether, could be completely different. That little skill with the ball, and has to go for the shot. Imad, what on earth was that? As Northeast United FC, Azim, they have leveled up.
Oh, that is classic Imad. A brilliant bit of skill over there. Got a little fortunate with the first one, but then the presence of mind to go for that roulette, having the confidence to do those tricks in the box is so important. We've seen him win a penalty with one trick and, of course, get the goal scoring opportunity with the other. And this is totally living up to the billing. The two MVP candidates slugging it out at the moment. Really taking each other right to their limits. And you could see Imad over here goes for the one trick, doesn't quite work out, and then the roulette, absolutely bamboozled, and definitely a Terra Virtua super moment of the match right there, as it's 68 minutes played and 2-2.
You know, if the boys from Terra Virtua are watching this right now, I want this to be an NFT, because you don't see goals like this. You don't see Ankit Gupta being done so bad by Imad, and I mean, clearly shows why Imad is the ladies' magnet out there, and clearly such a classy goal from this lad. But yeah, the match is still game on. It's 72 minutes, and we are yet to see a winner.
Oh no, there's too many cheap giveaways being happening by Imad. I don't know whether it's the nerves getting to him or what it is, but again, a very cheap giveaway, and Ankit Gupta in this position, you don't want to allow him an opportunity. He's, oh my goodness, he's taking too many chances in that box, and somehow still not got it away. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Still the ball not clear, and this could be a huge moment in the match, a huge opening. Ankit Gupta with his own Marseille roulette over there at the edge of the box, trying to work that shooting opportunity. Defended well for now by Imad, and I think that is a goal kick.
Nazim, I think I might just have an heart attack with the way this game is going on, so closely contested. 13 minutes raring to go, still yet to find a winner, and all the viewers are going to enjoy it. If you're doing so, guys, please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button, because it's going to get more intense in even the playoffs. as this is the battle, this is the road for playoffs for Northeast United FC. Even a draw is something they can clip it. But no, Ankit Gupta had different thoughts in mind, went directly for the shot, but now out of the park.
Imad just not able to keep hold of that ball. In some part due to how the way Ankit is pressing the ball, and in some part I think just down to his own nerves. This is the set piece specialist. Ankit Gupta wins the header and it is saved. We've seen him use that routine before, winning the ball at the back post with Ronaldo and setting up Marquinhos for the finish. It's worked before. This time, the keeper managing to get the save. But yeah, you can see just how much this guy puts into the game, how much time he puts in to find those little moments. And there, the back header from Ronaldo. This time not working, and well, Imad had the chance for the counter attack. He's taking a few chances with the keeper, but this time manages to keep hold of it and has the opportunity again, gives it away again in midfield. And really, Ankit surely has to punish him for one of these.
Yeah, he surely has to do it, and in fact, he is heading on towards that. With a Pele, that could have been a really nasty one had that gotten in, but I think, these two titans locking on against each other, it's so difficult to call out for a winner, but maybe Imad has still some fuel left to try and see things through, looking for that opening with Mbappe, has got to use his pace. But for now, with Hullet and Bellingham, still a passing game, wants to keep that last final attack to himself because he knows that one last chance, if Ankit gets that, it's going to get so deadly, and that's the worst nightmare. He just gave it away.
And this could be it. I think Ankit will play for that last chance. Look out for Ronaldo, that back post. Is he going to go for the cross again? He does, but this time Van der Sar keeps the ball, and there is a chance for Imad to try and get another one on the counter attack. There are 2 minutes to be played and given away again, but regained. Now, can Imad, does he dare to go attacking? He goes with Ronaldo. He has Gullit going into the box. This might be an excellent crossing opportunity. He does cross it, and it is defended. It will go out, I think, out of play. And it is a draw. A really, really well contested match, this one. And a thumbs up across the table. The mutual respect there for everyone to see. 2-2 it ends. Ankit Gupta against Imad Rocks. And wow, that was an absolute thriller.
Oh yes, indeed it was. I mean, this could potentially be one of the best games I've seen in the eISL so far. Two each, both these players, nothing really separating them off, nothing really breaking the ice, and wow, such an impeccable display of FIFA, and that is what we're all here for, right? Two really good players, and nothing separating them off. And I mean, it was just not Ankit, right? It was also Imad. But mostly Ankit, he had a lot of chances towards the end. A little bit of cheap giveaways from Imad could have really gone against him. But somehow he managed to hold on. But such a cagey affair that we witnessed, right from the start. Ankit applying that pressure, then getting the break. Imad responding with a penalty, and then Ankit with another goal, and then that really fabulous display of skill from Imad, making sure the scores are leveled up. This was not a a match. It was a complete movie. So much emotions in that matchup. Oh, I think I've had enough.
Yeah. Well, it's about to get started. We still have Santhan and Mufu to go up against each other. Mufu, I'm sure, a player with a point to prove, as we see over there. The first great skill move that got him that penalty, and then, of course, dispatching it with complete certainty. And that's really what you need in penalties. You need to make up your mind early and stick with your decision. Bicycle kick saved over there. It was all happening. We saw chips, bicycle kicks, finesse shots, long shots, absolutely everything in this game. And of course, a lot of giveaways. I think Imad seemed to be very, very nervous in that second half, giving the ball away a lot. But he'll be pleased that he managed to survive it and get the draw. Getting a draw against Ankit is no mean feat in itself. And managed to get a good result to set up Mufu. And this one was absolute class.
I really want to see Ankit's face during that time. Let's go, is what Imad says. Clearly, this was a really good message, right? He was not rattled, not intimidated. He wanted to put this fight on, and this is what we've all signed up for, right? When Ankit Gupta and Imad go up against each other. This is what I love about Ankit Gupta. He enjoys his game, even acknowledges his opponent when he concedes a goal. That was some really beautiful FIFA being displayed. However, I think Imad could still have done a little bit better on the defenses there. But right now, I think we've got to head in and ask the man himself, because this was one hell of a matchup. But Imad, did you get more than what you bargained for tonight?
No, I think the goal was to win, and I didn't play up to the mark, I guess. And obviously, Ankit doing Ankit stuff, he got great goals and could have scored more as well.
Yeah, I mean, but your goals were pretty good as well. Lots of good skill moves inside the box. But in that second half, you were giving the ball away a lot, like a lot of cheap giveaways. Was that just nerves or was it Ankit pressing? What was happening?
See, with my game style, I'm very calm at the back, but it didn't look like that because the opponent was very good at
Yeah.
pressing. There were some times where I think I shouldn't have done it. That's why there were a few opportunities where I went for the clearance because that was the safer option.
So, of course, I've got to ask you this. What was your game plan entering into this matchup? Because, again, in those big matchups, you always have some sort of a strategy. Against Ankit, what was it tonight?
To be honest, nothing. Again, I didn't want to overcomplicate it, even though everyone knows that Ankit's gonna do something or the other to score the goals, and he did. He surprised me with the corner technique. I think at least that's the
Yeah.
first time I've seen it done by him. So yeah, you can't have a game plan because he's gonna surprise you in like every game.
Yeah, but I think to all pretty like overall, I think you can be reasonably pleased with that,
Yeah.
given that he did have a lot of chances. You did have to do a lot of last ditch defending, but of course now it goes over to Mufu, who's not been in the greatest form of late. What's his mentality going into this? He's taken the second game, so is he confident leading up?
Yeah, I think he's confident. It's going to be a very tough game because
Yeah.
Shanthan has been in a great run of form. Mufu has to build up his form right now, and it's a good match to start with.
Oh, it definitely is. And I wish you all the best for the remainder of the matches. And we hope to see you, one of you, in the end of the third game. And yeah, cheers, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Oof.
I mean, yeah, this is something that was anticipated from Imad, right? He knows that a player like Ankit Gupta, sometimes strategies don't work. You have to rely on your instincts. You have to go with the flow, just the way Ankit goes. And yeah, always ever smiling, right? I'm not going to be surprised if he's going to be the face of the eISL in the next season.
Yeah, I mean he's a guy who just he lives to play FIFA. He lives to win. Always playing, and as you said, always playing with a smile on his face, like Ashwin from Mumbai
Yeah.
City FC as well. Always smiling, irrespective of what's happening. We have called them, I think, the Zlatan and the Ronaldinho of this thing. What's Shanthan searching for in those pockets? I think it's got a smuggled in a secret stash of chewing gum or something.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Maybe
But
something
Mufu
lucky,
there,
a lucky
yeah,
charm, something like that. Maybe that could work out, or maybe just his earphones. But either
yeah.
ways, a little bit of yawning going on. He does not know what he signed up for, though, because Mufu, this is one of those players that has that really poker face every time he comes up to play. But suddenly, beneath that cute little smile lies a deadly assassin, and before you even know, you have conceded quite a few goals. So never really an opponent that you can underestimate or anything at all. But yes, taking a look at Beno 7, uh, an ex-competitive professional player who really got back into the scene after the announcement of the ISL, was a little nervy, was a little shaky when it all started. But now looking at his stats, you can clearly see that he's in the mood. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to be delaying a lot because we've got the match started off, and it is again SCEB Bengal starting off from left to right, and Northeast United again in the whites going in from right to left, and we do see Ronaldinho again tonight.
Yep, Ronaldinho is back in. I mean, he tried to play the meta, but it didn't quite work out for him. And of course, there was a bit of controversy attached to that last defeat, shall we say, for Northeast United FC. That little controversial moment over there, the server issue or lag issue, and the possession battle. We didn't quite know what it was, but well, it's all resolved now, and now it's all about this particular game. Mufu will be looking to get the job done. Of course, easier said than done against a guy who is in the form that Shayantan has been showing. I mean, irrepressible. Like people have taken 1 goal leads, 2 goal leads. He's managed to come back from it, and even in the games where Ankit Gupta has struggled occasionally, has drawn matches, he's been the guy to really come up with those clutch victories. And here we see Mufu charging into that box on the turn with the shot, bangs it into the top corner. Here we go. Northeast United FC take the lead. A Terra Virtuous super moment of the match right there.
Production, can I have an ambulance outside the studio, please? That goal. Oh God, this is exactly what I told about Mufu, right? Because you do not see him coming, and wow, the way he pressed it, the way he entered, that little piece of trick over there. And Ben07 needs to understand that he needs to wake up to his senses. Someone get this man some coffee or maybe a can of Coca-Cola, because he's gonna need more of that.
And Mufu is a guy who's determined. He's a guy who's been annoyed at the world around him, not quite been going his way. He's been adapting, trying to change his play style, saying that, you know what, players don't try to commit on me. They don't want me to do skill moves around them. But, well, Shantan maybe not paying attention to that. He decided to commit onto the tackle and allowed Mufu to do the stuff that he wants to, play the game that he wants to. And maybe it's an early mistake that he'll learn from and not commit too high to Mufu, particularly in the box. We have seen Mufu's favorite trick used by Ankit Gupta in the previous game, the sombrero flick, just a little flick over the head. But Mufu now has to be composed and calm on defense. Usually reasonably solid as a defensive player, manages to keep the opposition out, manages to make life difficult. But of course, Chantan, a man in massive form. And there you go. He's got the opportunity and he has banged it in 1-all. Sue! It's CR7. It's SCEB Bengal right back in it.
Oh, just roaring there. And a message sent and well delivered, right? He's not going to be one of those players who gets shaken aback with a class of Mufu's goal. He's going to respond that in fashion. If we did that with Messi, he's going to do that with Ronaldo. And this is game on. I mean, we definitely, for all the viewers out there, they're having such an amazing time, watching all these FIFA greats go up against each other. And wow, what an amazing set of skills by Ben07, by Shantan, getting his team back online. It's 1 each now, but Mufu again going in from the right hand side, passes it on towards Gullit, and with De Bruyne would be looking for another player to pass on towards Ronaldinho. He's got all the moves in his arsenal, but decides to pass towards De Bruyne, who now has given the ball towards Gullit. And with Messi, he's trying to build up the play a little bit over there. Oh, that would have been too much had he gone for a shot with Gullit from that angle.
Yeah, not quite happening for him over there, but well, he's looking good in attack. He's looking like he's giving Shantan something to worry about, because now I think Shantan has got the message. I'm sure Ankit would have told him as well that don't commit to him when he's doing those tricks. Let him get into the box, let him try his tricks, let him try to run past you, and that's when you try to win the ball back, and that's really what he's been doing. And now getting in behind, or rather trying to get in behind, dealt with easily enough by Mufu over there, and has the opportunity to look both left and right. Goes right this time to Hakimi, and Mbappe now on the ball. Will he get turned? He's trying to get turned and get running in behind immediately, but of course easier said than done. And well, now it's just about whether he can see it out, because Shantan, he's been the comeback king of late. 1 goal down, 2 goals down, doesn't quite matter. He always manages to get that result. And well, this time running it out of play, running out of pitch over there, and it is a throw to Northeast United FC.
Oh yeah, and it's 30 minutes passed by, and nothing really happening over here. Both these teams trying to build a chance and putting their efforts. But we've got to see if Mufu can pull something out. Goes in for Ronaldinho. Was searching for him, but Hakimi, he read that really well. Now is making that run through that right wing, but Ben07 decides to take the attack from the center, giving it towards Pele. Now pass it on to Mbappe. So good passing game going on between the players of SCEB Bengal. And now this could be the opening that he searched for.
Oh my goodness, the audacity. Someone check, is Ankit playing from that controller? Because that was filthy. Oh my goodness. The audacity to go for the chip from there is unbelievable. Shantan, a new man since the turn of the year. He gets his reward, he gets his Man, since the turn of the year, he gets his reward, he gets his goal, and he gets us another Terra Virtua super moment of the match.
It's going to be so difficult for the production to really decide who to give this Terra Virtua Super moment to, because the way we're seeing these goals being scored, I think this is one of those games where we can actually have multiple moments, to be honest, because that's the way. And like you righteously said, SC's Bengal, now Beno 7, he's been evolving as a player. Now just took a page out of Ankit Gupta's book and managed to score. This is something that we all loved, right? You getting those, you're channeling Ankit Gupta's vibes, you're channeling his energy.
Moment of the match.
It's going to be so difficult for the production to really decide who to give this Terra Virtua Super moment to, because the way I'm pretty sure Beno 7 must be proud with how that goal.
Every other player in the ISL, maybe barring Ankit Gupta, would have just gone for the simple shot over there. But of course, having the ISL, maybe barring Ankit Gupta, would have just gone for the simple shot over there. But of course, having seen and probably taken note of the fact that goal, because that was just sublime.
Oh yeah, I think in a while maybe we can have a quick.
Sublime.
Oh yeah, I think in a while maybe we can have a quick gander at. Frustrated, bro. I'm trying everything. I'm giving it my all. But if trying everything, I'm giving it my all. But if Shantan scores goal, Bengal also responded, finding that gap. So I think Mufu, one of those players, we've seen him defensively really sound that gap. So I think Mufu, one of those players, we've seen him do openings and Beno 7 making sure that he capitalizes. Just look at how Pele broke through from the man marking over there and finding the ball, and that little chip shot, he did him dirty.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Ankit would have enjoyed watching that. That was so good. But for Mufu, it's still, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's still just 2-1. He can very much get another goal back and get a draw over here. Of course, as things stand, SC's Bengal would be guaranteed that 1 point. But for Northeast United FC, the position they are in, even if they can get the 1 point in a game against SC's Bengal, I think that's a decent result for them. And that's really what they need to be pushing for. Right now, Mufu will try to tie things up over here and then maybe think about getting the winner. But if they can manage to get anything from SC's Bengal, as I mentioned, the teams that pick up the most points against SC's Bengal will be the teams that have a better chance of making it out into that top 4 into the playoffs. And really, those points could be so crucial. And I wonder now at this point, maybe 60 minutes in, whether we're going to see Mufu abandon Ronaldinho and try to get in one of the so-called meta players, maybe get in a Pele or somebody to try and change things around.
We've got to see Azim at this point. And this could be another break, and wow. Just when Mufu was blinking his eyes, Beno 7 found an opportunity, found a room to score, and as a player, such clinical display of skills. And SC's Bengal, they're going to be so happy with the way both their players are performing, and it's such a good sign heading into the playoffs, topping the charts, and all that he's got to do. Beno 7, he's done this yesterday as well, being the man of the hour. When Ankit Gupta had to face a draw, he was the one who got a victory for his team and eventually came out to be the MVP. I think something similar is what we're going to witness today as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and they have such a huge commanding lead at the moment. I mean, I think if they win maybe 1 or 2 matches, their mathematical passage to the top 4 will be secured. And for Mufu, needs to keep his head now. This is a good opportunity. Finds the shot. Oh, can't quite get it. I thought he maybe might have gone for the shot himself at the near post because the cutback was covered, but couldn't quite make it happen. Of course, Anton can't switch off. Mufu is a player who can surprise you. We've seen that, and then winning that ball high up the pitch. If Mufu can grab a goal back now, I think we'll be set up for a real grandstand finish, just like the last game. Had the opportunity to play in Ronaldo, couldn't quite do it. Now has Mbappe on the right as well. This time with Messi, but a very simple and easy to read pass over there. And there you go. You see Shantan trying to counter. Won't be anything this time, and Mufu can go again.
Yeah, and this is going to get so dementing for Mufu at this point, right? He's got to find at least one goal in. It's still doable, right? He can still make a comeback, at least score a draw, maybe push it towards a co-op game. But now, again, with Cancelo completely anticipating that read with Hullet and SC's Bengal, they've been so deadly. They've been so clinical, especially in those final thirds. And the way he's been building up those players. But more than that, Mufu has been having those little hiccups in terms of his defense, right? He's been having those players opened up. His man marking today hasn't really been up to the point, and this could be another potential break with Pele. Has to look for that cutback, and this is so nasty. As SC Bengal go 4-1 on Ben07. What a play!
Oh, this man is absolutely on fire. He is just growing better and better with every passing week. I mean, wherever Ankit Gupta stalls, this guy suddenly picks up, and 4-1, it's an absolute hammering. And of course, Mufu now needs to get his focus back. He is a player who can get a little bit, let's say, tilted if things are not going his way, but he needs to get his focus back, try to maybe get a goal back, and then focus on getting the win in game 3, because that can still earn SC's Bengal 1 point.
Oh my god. I think, yeah. I mean, at this point, Northeast United FC. Definitely not gonna. Back from this, at least at this point. I think this was the finishing blow, right? This was like the final nail in the coffin. But from what I'm anticipating at this point, right, you will gets into the groove, the showdown of one. Now it's a counter attack.
Yeah, 3 subs made, and what a ball played through by Shantan again. What's he going to do this time? Oh, went for the chop back, but was well blocked off. And again, you can see he's manipulating Mufu's defenders just so well. Didn't work out on that occasion. The pass was red. But 1v1s, that's where Shantan has won all these battles. Like, he's always managed to fool Mufu, to make sure that he goes the right way, sends the defender the wrong way. And that's really been the difference between the two teams so far. Started off well for Mufu, but just could not sustain it. And we've seen that in the past. He takes an early lead, but somehow isn't quite able to hold on to it. And could have been, I mean, it could be 4, 5, 6 at this point for Shantan, depending on how much appetite he has to keep going for his opponent. And now with the new forward line of Maradona, Pele, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course, who are Mufu's heroes, let's see if he can try to claw at least one goal back.
Yeah, he has to at least, otherwise heading off into that co-op game, it's going to be so devastating for Northeast United FC, right? Especially, they're also the ones contending for the top 4. Now, SC's Bengal could have lived with giving this game away. They're still on the tippity top, nothing really worrying them, having a fantastic run. But for Northeast United FC, this game mattered a lot to them. As again, Ben07 getting in deep with Ronaldo. But this time Mufu makes no mistake. He figures his attack out. But this is where it sort of stops, right? This is where you kind of anticipate, or you would want Mufu to be scoring that one. But after that masterclass in the start of this matchup, we haven't really seen much out of him.
Yeah, and you have to say this is turning out to be a pretty good day for Chennai FC, for I do believe Bengaluru FC, and also Mumbai City FC, who are the other 3 teams in contention for that top 4 spot, because all their competitors, especially the teams below them, have dropped points. FC Goa dropped points to SC's Bengal yesterday. We saw Jamshedpur FC losing to Hyderabad FC today. So it's getting more and more nervous. It's getting more and more intense at the top, and suddenly we're going to start seeing teams dropping out of that top 4 battle. Northeast United FC, of course, have played a few games less, but here we go. It is 4-1. An absolute demolition job for the second day running from Shayantan. I'm Ben07 again. And yes, these guys are just the complete package. I mean, it's the sign of champions. When one player isn't having the best time drawing his game, suddenly the other steps up and starts demolishing the opposition. And that's really what we're seeing from SC's Bengal, as they guarantee themselves 1 point and can make it 3 if they just don't lose game 3.
Yeah, I think they're quite happy with even 1 point, right? But the ones who are not going to be happy at all are going to be NorthEast United FC. Oof. I mean, my heart sort of goes out to Imad at this point, right? He did such a difficult task of holding the danger man Ankit Gupta, and Mufu, he started off really big, but again, every single goal, look at that, those players not being marked, the danger man. And it was such a good read coming in from Ben07 at that point, finding the right players, finding the right passes. And he does not have any expressions while he's playing or he's scoring, right? He lets his game do the talking, and yes, Ben07, such a convincing victory. It's so difficult, to be honest, to decide which one is the Terra Virtue moment for the evening. Look at Ankit.
I mean, look at Ankit. He's like, oh my god, that was unbelievable. But there you go. I think that for me, that's definitely the moment. Unless there's a big winning goal for NorthEast United FC in Game 3, and you can see what it means to both these guys. And really, I think it's been over the last few weeks, it's been Shayantan who's suddenly become the main man. I think all the teams focusing on Ankit, but suddenly the silent assassin has just crept in poker-faced and managed to keep getting those results. And you can see over there 2.4 XG up against 0.8. I think a very, very dominant display by SC's Bengal. And nothing really that Mufu could do on the day, because Shayantan was just that good.
Oh yeah, I think Mufu is dealing with a lot of shock right now because with what just happened. But again, good news for all you viewers out there watching this matchup. I'm pretty sure you enjoyed that, but we are going to make it more eventful. VFlick is Terra Virtua's own property floating dancing robot from the virtual land. Get yourself a VFlick in your team kit for free, worth $19.99 when you sign up. All you've got to do is head over to www.terravirtua.io/ISL and select whichever robot you wanted. You're going to get it for free, and that's lovely. You can support your team and also get on the hype trade.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, they can pretty much you can pretty much customize it for whichever team you would like. So, well, whatever team you support in the eISL or the Hero ISL, you can get yourselves that NFT. But speaking of finesse, we do have Ankit Gupta, the main man from SC's Bengal, teaching us some new FIFA tips and tricks from his latest FIFA Finesse series, which we're going to check out right now.
Hello everyone, this is Ankit Gupta here, playing for SCEB Bengal Red and Goals. आज मैं आपके साथ कुछ फीफा टिप्स शेयर करने वाला हूँ जिसको आप इम्प्लीमेंट करो और आपका गेम इंप्रूव होगा। आज के वीडियो में हम पासिंग के बारे में बात करेंगे। कई तरीके के पासेस होते हैं, ये सब पासेस मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि कौन से सिचुएशन में कौन सा पास यूज़ करना बेटर है, और ये देख देख के आप अपना गेम इंप्रूव कर सकते हो। पहला पॉइंट है बेसिक पासिंग। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। देखो, आपको जिस डायरेक्शन में पास करना है उस डायरेक्शन में आप एनालॉग मूव कर सकते हो। अगर कोई आप पे चार्ज कर रहा है तो आप क्विक पासिस करके पोजीशन रख के आप बॉल मूव रोटेट कर सकते हो। जैसे वो डिफेंडर चार्ज कर रहा है, मैं फटफट रोटेट करके बॉल पास किए जा रहा हूँ। जैसा कोई डिफेंडर आ रहा है नज़दीक तो मेरे को लॉफ्ट पास करना, तो मैं इसे उठा के लॉफ्ट पास दे सकता हूँ। यहाँ पे भी चेंज करने के लिए लॉफ्ट पास बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है। पीछे भी डाल सकता हूँ, आगे भी डाल सकता हूँ लॉफ्ट पास। स्क्वायर बटन करके है जिससे मैं लॉफ्ट पास डाल सकता हूँ। देखो, मैंने स्विच कर दिया। अभी मैं आगे की साइड जाऊँगा, यहाँ गया मैं, मेरे को गोल मारने का चांस मिला। जैसे मैं देखा, लॉफ्ट किया और मैं यहाँ पे स्कोर कर दिया। बेसिक पासिंग और थ्रू पासिंग में डिफरेंस है। बेसिक पासिंग मतलब आपने एक्स दबाया तो डिफेंडर के प्लेयर के पैर में आ जाता है। अगर आपने थ्रू पास दबाया तो प्लेयर भागता है बॉल के लिए। अगर आपने वापस बेसिक पास किया तो आप नॉर्मली एक्स उसके पास जाता है, लेकिन थ्रू पास जाना तो आप प्लेयर के रन को देखना है। थ्रू पास किए, प्लेयर भाग रहा है और आप स्कोर कर सकते हो ईजिली। नॉर्मल पासिस करके मैं अपना बिल्डअप करके प्ले करके स्विच कर रहा हूँ। थ्रू पास मतलब ग्राउंड पास से बॉल डालना है। और आप मैंने L1 से ट्रिगर किया, मैं देखा रोनाल्डो भाग रहा है, मैंने ऊपर से बॉल डाल दिया L1 ट्रायंगल करके। जैसे बॉल मिला मेरे को, मेरा एक प्लेयर खाली है, स्क्वायर दबाया मैंने, सर्कल से फिनिश। चलो मैं आपको एक बार फिर से एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ कि ये सिचुएशन में हुआ क्या। मैंने बिल्डअप करने के लिए नॉर्मल एक्स पासेस किए, देख रहा था जहाँ पे प्लेयर खाली है वहाँ पे एक्स पास किया, यहाँ पे मैंने थ्रू पास किया जो ट्रायंगल बटन है। फिर मैं देखा रोनाल्डो भाग रहा है, तो मैंने L1 ट्रायंगल दबाया, रोनाल्डो फ्री हो गया। रोनाल्डो जैसे गया, देखा बॉक्स में एक और प्लेयर खाली है, तो मैंने स्क्वायर दबाया और सर्कल से फिनिश कर दिया। थ्रू लॉफ्टेड पास तभी यूज़ होता है जब आपको देख रहे हैं आप डिफेंडर के लाइन पे अगर आपका प्लेयर रन बना रहा है, तो अगर आपको उसको ऊपर से बॉल डालना है और उसको चाहिए कि 100% वही बॉल विन करे, तो L1 ट्रायंगल करके बटन है कंट्रोलर पे, उससे लॉफ्टेड थ्रू पास जाता है, तो आप उसके थ्रू करके प्लेयर को वो बॉल डाल सकते हो। ये थी पासिंग की 4 टॉपिक, बेसिक पासिंग, थ्रू पासिस, लॉफ्टेड पास, लॉफ्टेड थ्रू पास। ये चीज़ आप गेम में इंप्लीमेंट करोगे तो आपका गेम इंप्रूव होते हुए दिखेगा, और ये काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है। डिफरेंट सिचुएशन में ये चारों टॉपिक आप कवर कर सकते हो। बहुत हो गई सीरियस बात है, अभी मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा मेरा फेवरेट स्किल मूव जो मुझे फीफा में करना काफ़ी पसंद है। चलिए देखते हैं। ये स्किल मूव का नाम बोलासी फ्लिक है। ये फीफा में 5 स्टार स्किल मूव है। इसे पुल ऑफ करना डिफिकल्ट है, बट मैं आपको बताता हूँ कैसे करते हैं। L2 होल्ड करके राइट एनालॉग स्टिक को राइट लेफ्ट करके फ्लिक करना है, और आप इजीली चांस क्रिएट कर सकते हो गोल मारने के लिए। फीफा वर्ल्ड में बॉल पोजीशन की काफ़ी वैल्यू है। आप देख सकते हैं प्रो प्लेयर्स बॉल रख के काफ़ी अच्छा बिल्डअप करते हैं, तो आप ये एमेच्योर प्लेयर इससे सीख सकते हैं। जितना बॉल रखोगे, जो इंपॉर्टेंट इंस्ट्रक्शन मैंने बताया है, आप वो यूटिलाइज करके गेम में इंप्लीमेंट करोगे तो आपका गेम इंप्रूव होगा। गाइज, इफ यू लाइक द वीडियो, लाइक एंड कमेंट, बट डोंट फॉरगेट टू वॉच द ऑफिशियल eISL मैचेस ऑन नॉर्डविन गेमिंग फेसबुक एंड यूट्यूब चैनल।
You know what, Azim? It's gonna take me a year or two to even try of thinking of that Balassi trick move that he's performed. But what about you? Have you done this before?
Well, no, I mean, I use a few tricks here and there, but of course, the ones that the esports players use are the ones that are usually the most effective. I think the Bolasi flick is one of the fun ones. It's a bit difficult to actually implement and use in the game, but well, players like Ankit can do it. You know, Mufu likes to do that sombrero flick, which is also useful. Generally, it's mainly about the quick turns, the ball rolls, the elasticos, the bridges, the roulees. Those are the ones that are really practical within the game. And speaking of the game, it has kicked off. We see NorthEast United FC now trying to get that win that would get them 1 point, which I think could be a huge point in the battle for the top 4. Let's see if they can get it, or is it going to be another dominant display from SCEB Bengal, who, of course, all they need to do is just draw this game. We see Ronaldo in there, and well, you know, it's Ankit Gupta's calling the shots when Ronaldo's going in for a header.
Yeah, I think that was so perfectly well executed, right? A little bit unlucky in terms of how it went out. But regardless, I think very good effort, and right off the bat, we are witnessing SCEB Bengal really get up close and personal. But NorthEast United FC, they do not want to shy away without a fight. So definitely looking to win this one, at least take home those important 1 point, because that is all that they could get right now at this particular moment. Because of course the morals will be down, considering the fact as how good Ben 07 really was. But yeah, I think maybe when we get to have a chat with them, I'm going to request Ankit Gupta to show skill galore while in a match of his own. Once he gets a very good lead, and he's a player, I think, who's up for that challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he needs us to tell him. I think if he just gets a 3-goal lead, he'll start doing it himself. And we have seen that in the past, where he really likes to show off his skills. But the people who need to show off their skills right now are NorthEast United FC. They need to get that goal. They need to get the win over here to try and consolidate their top 4 battle. And oh my goodness, we saw that was a rainbow flick, and I'm sure that was Mufu over there, who almost managed to pull off a rainbow flick volley. I'm sure Ankit Gupta would have been proud of that. And let's see if Ankit comes back now with a vengeance with his own thing. Well, there you go, he just goes up the other end, and SCEB Bengal take the lead.
Yeah, he does not need any rainbow flick. He's got to make the right passes, the right calls, as SCEB Bengal winning it out. And a very rare moment in those spots that you get to witness. Messi hugging Ronaldo like that, them being in the same team. That's all you get in the eISL only over here. And yeah, I mean, see, that's just very outrageous from Muku to try something like that, but instantly getting hammered on the counter attack is something that Northeast United definitely have to look out for. Their defense has been all over the places.
Yeah, absolutely. And now getting the ball and trying to find Ronaldinho. Interesting that they have gone with Mufu's composition and not Imad's, considering Imad's again was the one that was more successful. Maybe trying to make it a little bit more comfortable for Mufu since he's been the guy really under pressure. But you can see the gaps that SC's Bengal are creating. Is he going to win that header? Nope. Donnarumma comes in there, clatters 3 players on the way out, as any good goalkeeper should. And already with 21 minutes played, it's looking like an uphill task, you'd have to say, for Northeast United FC. I think that might be an offside. Well, I think Mbappe was offside for sure. Oh my
Oh
goodness!
no.
A last-ditch clearance closed down and no harm done for SC's Bengal. But those are the kind of moments that can lead to massive disasters.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm pretty sure that if they get this win, that is a SC's Bengal, they're going to be so happy, so comfortable. They can try anything and everything that they want, and they still have a lot more games ready to go, right? So again, a better team. They have been playing really some good FIFA over the late, and the only team that has been threatening them, I must say, has to be Mumbai City FC, right? And I think this could be one of those final matchups we get to see. But looking at SC's Bengal, Asim, I would have just left out of my studio if that went in.
Well, we still might see a few of those because Ankit, I think maybe he's listening to the commentary on the side, but yeah, he's enjoying himself, and that's what we want to see, of course, the players enjoying themselves. Unfortunately, it does come at the expense of some other players who have to be at the receiving end of it. But, well, for Northeast United FC, it's still just 1 goal. If they can keep it at that, they know that they have a chance. Of course, considering that SC's Bengal are trying to be a little bit indulgent now, trying to have a bit of fun, and maybe SC's Bengal, I'm sorry, Northeast United FC can try to capitalize on that if they can get a goal back before half time, and that's an awful shot, which might still work out, but yeah, not quite.
Not quite. I mean, with this thing, we could clearly witness, right? It's been that defensive lapse that has led to their downfall this time. And it is not how you would expect Mufu to play, right? He's one of those defensive greats, been a really defensive-oriented player, and that has those skill moves that he uses it as his pocket tricks to score the goals. But today, likewise, they've been a little loose on that. Imad, it was such a valiant effort going up against Ankit Gupta. He knew he made a few mistakes, was not clearly pleased with himself, but the results were still fine. But it all went down in this matchup against Ben07. And after that, it has been sort of a nightmare for the Northeast United FC to really recover. And with Ronaldinho, that could be a really good pass. But Varane just stretching out his legs over there, flying, putting his bodies on the line as he makes the interception.
Yes, the long legs of Varane doing the job over there. I think he would have been hoping or wishing that it was Cancelo or Hakimi that was marking over there, of course, because their aerial stats and their defensive stats not quite as good as the central defenders of Varane and Marquinhos, but largely comfortable so far for SC's Bengal. They haven't particularly been troubled, but it could change over here. Now getting forward with Messi, trying to find the through ball to goal it, but again, not quite the right person or the right player you want in that situation. And now SC's Bengal can close this out before halftime if they so choose to, and finding that ball in behind. There's still pressure on Marquinhos, but dealt with well enough. And it is halftime. It's still 1-0 SC's Bengal. They have to believe that they can score those 2 goals and try to get something from this game. But SC's Bengal looking like they want to have some fun.
Yeah, they just, this is the chat between them, right? Which skill move do we go for next? What should we do next? Two different contrasts of those players, Ankit Gupta kind of enjoys the game and very chill, very laid back. And then you have Ben07 right inside the screen. And but regardless, both these players are picking up such good results. I'm pretty sure we're going to see more out of them next time as well with season 2. And SC's Bengal, I do not know, sign them a contract already, because they're your stars. If they're winning the CISL, I'm not going to be surprised at all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, a bit too early to tell because, of course, when it goes to knockouts, it's all about nerves and pressure and who can handle that better. The group stage, the league stage is all, well, I'm not going to say fun and games, but the pressure is much less, particularly when you're like SC's Bengal sitting at the top. You've done the hard work, and now you can sort of enjoy yourself. But when it comes down to knockout, that's when it's all really, really going to be all over the place. And we've seen what happened in the last game when it was a pressure match. Hyderabad FC absolutely defending for their lives in their match against Jamshedpur and just about surviving. And what a great ball in behind there to find Mbappe. And now he'll go for the cross. Will he? No. Is it going to be something new and unique that we haven't seen before? It is a cross, and it's going to be a corner, but still could be new innovations here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, of course, SC's Bengal, they would want to try and score at this point. Again, not much remaining into this matchup. One more goal and it's pretty much lights out. Mbappe with that really far cross, gives to the right person, gets it delivered to Ronaldo, but the finishing was just not there. And it's okay. It's still okay because SC's Bengal, they still have a lead. Even if Northeast United FC managed to bring out a draw, that could be a different story altogether. But Cancelo and his pace over there, making sure the attack was stopped right on its tracks.
Yeah, it's just sometimes with those defensive cards being so, just the team of the year cards particularly being so solid, it can almost be unbelievable the kind of interceptions and tackles that they make, and that was another one that we've seen right there. Unfortunate not to win the ball back there, Northeast United FC, and SC's Bengal now, as it grows on in this game, as it reaches the 70-80 minute mark, they will start to wonder whether they should start to just set up shop and just start seeing out the game. But for now, they're going to keep attacking, keep trying to get a goal. And I would love it if Northeast United FC can somehow manage to get themselves a goal in this in these next 10 minutes or so. That would set us up for a grandstand finish. Here we go with Ronaldinho now on that left flank. Is there someone to cross to? I wonder if we'll see them bring on Lewandowski. We've seen that used before to great effect. Trying to squeeze his way through. I'm sure that was Imad over there trying to pull off some more tricks like he did against Ankit in game 1, but not to be.
Oh, now it's 62 minutes gone past by, and it's been a silent affair, but this is such an outrageous goal that only the likes of Ankit Gupta and Shantin can pull off. And this could be the final nail in the coffin, right? I do not think there is any chance of a potential comeback because Northeast United FC, they've been battered, they've been hammered up to this point that mentally they've sort of broken down, and these sort of little cheeky running is what is really setting SC's Bengal up. And even in the interview when we had a chat with Imad, you cannot really come up with a game plan against these two lads, right? Every time you try and do something, they're so quick to adapt, and every time they come up with something new, something that really puts their opponents in awe of how good they are.
And again, now they can counter-attack. They'll be looking for that ball in behind, searching for Ronaldo, taking their time now. Again, there's a big switch available on the right if they choose to see it, and they do. It's found Mbappe over there. Is it going to be a third chip? Surely not. It is a chip, but this time saved by the keeper. And looking to counter immediately, Ronaldo wins that header. For now, for SC's Bengal, it's about finding a consolation, and again, not quite able to. Not Ronaldinho's day, not Mufu's day. Could have been Imad's day based on that great display he put up against Ankit, but well, I think we found out that the players are now worrying about the wrong player from SC's Bengal.
Yeah, I think you've got to watch out for both of them. Now they're a complete package, right? Initially a little nervy, but now they're also well settled. And I'm still kind of waiting for at least that one consolation goal from Northeast United FC. At the very least, we all know how the outcomes of this matchup. It's going to haunt the players of Northeast United FC. But again, another potential chance with Palit. Oh, he's gone for that finish. Ankit Gupta, just stop it. And he's enjoying himself over there. And what could go worse than this?
Yeah, you could see he did the chop back over there, but couldn't get the shot away immediately. Still tried to go for the shot. And now getting Ronaldo in behind our Northeast United FC. Let's see if they can manage to fashion a chance. Again, Marquinhos is just there, but he's given the ball away now to De Bruyne. This could be a moment to just try to steal something, some consolation. Messi in the box, twisting, turning, but it's just not good enough over there. SC's Bengal handling everything with absolute ease. They're just unbeatable at the moment, and I'm sure the other teams around them will be hoping and praying for some kind of a drop off in form, because these guys just look absolutely unbeatable right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no stopping them, right? The way they've been playing every single ball, the way they're building up their plays, it's such a delight to watch them. And I don't think there's anyone that can stop their thunder as they go in again, just dribbling across, playing around. As we hit that 80 minutes marker, 7 more minutes of play remaining. I mean, what would it take for Beno 7 just to smile?
Oh man, I don't know. Well, he's just enjoying himself. I'm sure he is. He does give us the occasional smile in the interview post game. I wonder who we'll get to chat to today. Will it be him or Ankit? Either way, it looks like oh no, no way that's going to go in. I think now they're just having fun. They're just thinking, okay, let's see where we can shoot from and where we can score from. And I'm sure the boys from NorthEast United FC are not enjoying this at all.
This is absolute nightmares, I must say, for NorthEast United FC. As much as I love watching them play, but today has been such a gloomy day for them. With Mbappe, however, they're looking for that consolation goal. It hits the crossbar. And Imad clearly frustrated with how that went through. And now again, the possession in SC Bengal's department, and now they're gonna look at how they've kept that passing game on. Right, this is one of those games that working on that coordination and has been spot on. Azim, no, just end this trauma. And I think it finally gets over. There you have it, the final whistling being blown, and show us that smile, little bit, no, oh, it's just there.
Just a little hint of it.
Yeah.
And wow, I mean, SC's Bengal absolutely demolishing, and I'm sure the SC from the sponsors POV stands for Shri Cements, and from a football POV stands for Sporting Club, but from the eISL POV, I'm sure it stands for Super Chips. That's what this team is all about, or Super Cheeky, because these guys are just enjoying themselves, and it's an absolute joy to see them. The chemistry they have when they're playing, and the contrast of personalities as well is so great.
Yes, and finally, it took something out of Ankit Gupta, but he's finally managed to get a smile out of Shantan. You know, he's got to get used to the camera. He's got to get used to the attention. Because if he continues playing like this, there's no stopping him. But, you know, again, Azim, like you had said, when it enters into the playoffs, I do not know much about what is going to happen in the eISL, but in the different other games that I've casted, I've seen, you know, teams that dominate during their league stages, but towards those playoffs, in those nervy situations, even the elephants do fall. So anything is possible. For all our viewers, today was an absolute delight. For all the SC Bengal fans, they must be so happy with seeing both these players in pristine form. And Ankit Gupta, he just took Imad and Mufu for a walk in the park, and that was pretty much the story of today's evening.
Yeah, and there you go. I think the damning stat over there is 0% shot accuracy for NorthEast United FC. They had 3 shots. They could have potentially scored in the post, sadly for them. And yet another team that has been subjected to the wrath of SC's Bengal. Not even the wrath, the enjoyment of SC's Bengal, because they're just having fun. They're toying with teams. And really, it's going to take something completely special. It's going to take these guys a lot of practice, a lot of pizzas, whatever it is, to beat SC's Bengal.
I think the ideal strat would be just let them be on the tippity top, right? Do not try to contest them, give away that position. So it's now those remainder of 3 positions that are on the line, because I do not see any other team right now contending for that first spot, at least not in the nearby future, at least not for the next 1 week or so. But here it is, the final scoreboard, and there you have it, officially confirmed. 3 points again go into SC Bengal, and their lead just gets higher and higher. And more than that, it's a huge jolt for NorthEast United FC and their run for that top 4. You've got to feel bad for these 2 gentlemen out there.
Yeah, and of course, we're not feeling bad for one particular gentleman, and that is, of course, the hero of the match for today. I wonder who's going to be. It's a pretty close battle, but I think it is Beno 7, Shayantan. 2 games back to back, he has been the hero of the match, and I think he's slowly, steadily very slyly throwing his hat into the ring for MVP of the tournament as well, with the number of goals he's scoring.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think he's definitely one of those players that we haven't really seen coming, right? One of those sneaky assassins, one of those very clinical players, right? Does not go a little too much flashy, keeps things simple. I think it's the read of his situation that really puts him a class apart. The way he searches for the passes, the way he finds those openings, those gaps, and capitalizes, and ending things up, that little cherry on the top of the cake. With these really ludicrous finishes, he is definitely evolving into one monster of a player.
Yeah, absolutely. And scoring 5 goals today against Northeast United FC, that is absolutely no mean feat. And he's going to be very, very pleased. I think it's a lot of maturity that he plays with in the game, doesn't get under pressure, and I think it's a factor of the age as well. But yeah, these guys are really, really bossing it right now in the eISL.
But Azim, which one do you think would be the Terra Virtua super moment of today's evening? Because so many goals. Let's find for ourselves. And see which moment was that. As all right, so I think the chip shot maybe.
Yeah, I think the first one, because probably that was the most decisive moment. It was at 1-1 when it was still a very tense encounter, and then the confidence to just go for that, and oh my goodness, and then no reaction as well, just keeping on looking at the screen, not even looking away, just offering the fist bump, and Ankit's really, really enjoying that as well.
Yes, and well deserved, right? I must say today's evening has been a lot about Ben07, the way he's been, transcending himself to be one of the finest players. He'd been taking a break from competitive FIFA with the commencement of eISL, has brought himself back into the ring, going up against the stalwart. It's getting so spiced up, right? We had different top fours before the eISL in the FIFA community. Now SCEB Bengal being one of the surprise packages coming in. This is exactly what we'd been anticipating. And now taking a look at the leaderboards, it's absolutely blasphemous as how SCEB Bengal have been building up their lead.
Yeah, well, with 6 games to play, and I'm sure the top 3 have to play with each other again, I'm pretty sure that 2 more wins, or maybe even 3, will guarantee them that top 4 spot for sure. They're 7 points clear of their nearest competition, and 10 points clear of the teams who are sitting and battling it out for the top 4. So these guys, I mean, they had a slow start to the season in terms of we were wondering where they were they even in the hotels? We'd not seen a lot of them for the first month or so. And suddenly they just came in and took the world by storm. And these guys they're on a mission, and they're looking like the absolute favorites.
Yes, and now it's time to head in back to the studios, because we do have the champion for our evening today, Ben07, the hero. And शांतन भाई, आपके साथ लो अब तो रेगुलर हो चुके हैं, अब मतलब आगे बताओ इसके बाद क्या है?
नहीं, आज अंकित भी मतलब लास्ट गेम में भी अंकित बहुत अनलकी था, इस गेम में भी बहुत मतलब इमाद के अगेंस्ट वो 1-2 गोल और जाने चाहिए थे उसके, बट ठीक है, कभी कभी कुछ दिन किसी का गेम नहीं चलता तो उसके पार्टनर को पुश करना पड़ता है, यही 2v2 का फंडा है, तो इट्स रियली गुड.
एंड आप तो गोल्स तो मतलब एकदम बेहतरीन मार रहे थे. वो चिप वाला गोल, पर्टिकुलरली सेकंड गोल जो आपने मारा अगेंस्ट मुफू, was one of my favorite goals. तो वो कहाँ से अभी वो नया कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया है तुम्हारे गेम में? तो how has that been happening? कहाँ से आ रहा है ये कॉन्फिडेंस?
नहीं, चिप शॉट तो मैं मारता ही नहीं था. जब भी मैं मतलब इतने साल में इवेंट खेला हूँ तो चिप शॉट में मार ही नहीं था. ये अंकित की वजह से मेरे चिप शॉट में कॉन्फिडेंस आया कि नहीं, चिप शॉट मारना है. एंड ऑल्सो वो कीपर आगे ले रहा था, तो इसके लिए मैंने चिप शॉट लिया.
बहुत बेहतरीन रीड आपके तरफ से, आई मस्ट से. बट काफी टाइम से आपने फीफा से अलविदा कह रखा था. eISL के बाद आप आ चुके हो. अब जिस तरीके से आप खेल रहे हो, आई एम नॉट गोना बी सरप्राइज्ड कि आपको कोई क्लब बहुत जल्दी साइन कर ले. तो आपके इसके बाद के फ्यूचर प्लान्स के बारे में थोड़ा बताइए.
नहीं, अभी तो मैं फ़िलहाल अभी eISL के बारे में सिर्फ सोच रहा हूँ. आगे के जो मार्च 25 के बाद फिर सोचूंगा कि आगे क्या करना है एंड ऑल. देखते हैं. अभी eISL में अगर टॉप 4 आए तो फिर चैंपियन होने की कोशिश करेंगे.
चलो एटलीस्ट कोई तो भी बोल रहा है कि चैंपियन होने की कोशिश करेंगे, नॉट वन गेम एट अ टाइम. बट ग्रेट टू सी, तुम लोग बहुत बेहतरीन खेल रहे हो. इजीली डेफिनेटली द टॉप टीम इन द eISL राइट नाउ, एंड बहुत ही मजा आ रहा है हर मैच में. तो ऑल द बेस्ट एंड थैंक यू फॉर द एंटरटेनमेंट.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Yes. Such a humble person, I must say, right? Every time he comes in, never takes credit for himself. Match Jeeta, Ankit was there to help me out, support me. I think he's looking down on himself at some time, because I really feel that one point or the other, he's gonna be taking that throne away. You know, as if even if SC East Bengal win this one, I'm not gonna be calling shots for Ankit, because I feel this man, he's creeping his way up top, and maybe Ankit at this point, भाई जीतने के बाद क्या हरा भरा देगा क्या? Anything is possible. The drama has, just begun, I must say you. That being said, a huge shout out again to the boys from Terra Virtua, and all you viewers watching it out there. You have a chance of winning this V-Flect. All you've got to do is sign up, right? ज़्यादा मेहनत नहीं करना पड़ता, हल्का सा sign up करना है. terravirtua.io/ISL पे जाइए, और sign up करने के बाद आपको अपनी पसंदीदा क्लब का V-Flect रोबोट मिलने वाला है. So make sure you choose your jerseys right. और अब तो SC East Bengal जिस तरीके से खेल रही है अजीम, I think काफी सारे लोग लेने वाले हैं.
Yeah, और लेना भी चाहिए. I mean, absolutely do that. And of course, बहुत सारे trading cards and lots of other entertainment and great content for you to check out over there. So please go and check out Terra Virtua as soon as you can.
Oh yes, you definitely do that. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, finally we are done with all our matches for this particular week. Before we head out, a huge shout out to our sponsors, as the eISL is of course powered by Coca-Cola. Our associate sponsors Hero, esports partners Northwind Gaming, our platform partners PlayStation, and our digital collectibles partners Terra Virtua. So this was such a way to wrap up this week, and I'm getting excited with all these plays. The FIFA that these players are showcasing to all of us is getting intense. So Azim and I are going to be calling it a night for now. We're going to be meeting you next week. Till then, you guys take care and have a good night.